Hi, my name's Bekah. Welcome to Everyday English, Every Day. Here we have authentic conversations with real people. You need to be consistent in your language learning, so be sure to dedicate at least 10 minutes a day to practicing English. Today's topic is how to study effectively. We're going to listen to a conversation with one of my students. She is going to give us some great English learning tips. Now, for a little more, we'll have some sentence review and talk about extra classes. Okay, so learning English with video clips is a process. You're not only going to watch the video clips once or twice, you need to do it a bunch of times and over some time, like over a week maybe. So for example, these videos that you're watching here with me, you should be watching over and over, right? Practicing with them, picking up more and more information. Now, subscribe to my channel so you can see all the different videos that I post. All right, the first thing we're going to do is to practice the phrases that we're going to be focusing on. We're going to be listening for these phrases during my conversation with my student. We want to pick these phrases out of the conversation. Repeat after me. I was working on, tried to listen. It takes. I don't understand anything. Start to hear and understand more. For your warm-up, passively listening. All right, my learner and I are talking about how she uses video clips like this one she's watching from the Ellen show with the guest Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston is an actress from Friends. Okay, let's listen to our conversation. Pay attention for these phrases in the conversation. If you need to repeat parts of the conversation, that's okay. Which one are you looking at? Is it the one on Jennifer Aniston?
Yes, there are three parts of these are three parts of with Jen. Today I was working on the first part with some musicians. And I try to listen. It takes approximately 4 minutes, just only 4 minutes. And you know, at first time, I don't understand anything.
Yep.
But when I record several times by day this movie. In the next day, I start to hear and understand more and more and more. Even if for example, even if I'm on a gym and doing exercise before the main training,
because you can't concentrate as hard during the main training. Like for your warm up, you'll listen to it.
Yes.
Okay, good.
And when I'm doing previous exercise, I hearing this. It takes 10 minutes, and I try to listen it for twice. The time.
So not even paying it. I mean, you're just kind of having it in your brain, right? So you're like totally passively listening, right? It's a passive skill. So that's so important in English language learning.
I hope. But
so my student, she was surprised that what she's doing is so important, right? That repetition, that listening over and over to the video. this is a process. It's not just a quick thing, right? You need to really take the time when you are studying, okay? Repetition is key to English language learning, to all language learning. Let's talk a little more about this idea of passively listening, okay? So I'm not focusing on what I'm hearing. The sound is playing in the background. The more we hear something, the more we absorb. When we listen, our goal is to understand all of the details. My learner said, I start to hear and understand more and more. It comes with time, right? She listens over time, over a couple of days, and it gets easier for her. For your warm-up, you'll listen to it. I tell her that, right? I say that she's listening to this during her warm-up. Now, when I'm doing my warm-up, I'm hearing this. My learner called the warm-up the previous exercise. It wasn't the right word to use, but I understood what she said, right? What she meant. That's important in language learning. You don't have to be right all the time. You need to get your ideas out so people understand you. I understood everything my learner was telling me, okay? Even if it wasn't always the right choice of words. Remember, you get better and better over time, making less and less mistakes. But mistakes are important because that's how we learn. So we kind of use hear and listen interchangeably in our video clip. Let's talk about the two a little more and why they're both important when we're practicing in a different language. When we hear something, there's no effort. So I hear the video on the TV. The sound, I hear it. I'm not paying attention to it. Maybe I'm in the kitchen cooking. She hears a knock at the door. She's not waiting for the knock, she just hears it. Now, listen involves effort. We're paying attention. I listen to the video. I'm trying to understand it all. They listen to the children sing. They're paying attention to the children's voices. Now, it can be confusing because sometimes we use hear, sometimes we use listen in our video clip. Okay? It's okay. None of it's really wrong, right? Sometimes she's just hearing and sometimes she's really listening. They're both important. All right, so let's listen to the second part of our conversation, okay? Repeat after me. These are the phrases you're going to be focusing on. Another benefit. Time flies. Time passed very slowly. The first 4 or 5 times you listen, wasted time. Okay, let's listen to the video together.
And there is another profit for listening.
Another benefit.
Another benefit. That's,
profit's money, right? So benefit is more like something benefit. Good that happens. Okay. Advantage.
Okay, thank you. That's the time when I'm doing the previous exercise. It takes very quickly.
Right, oh, so it just goes by really quickly, right? The time flies, we can say.
Time flies, yes.
Yeah.
When I started going to the gym, when I had to doing the previous exercise, this time took very slow.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Headphones and I didn't hear anything, and this time it took very slowly. And now when I hear anything or
When I hear something,
hear something, time flies.
Right. So we could say, time passed very slowly before you started listening to these things, right?
Yes.
It passed very slowly. Let me show you here. Okay, so that's a really good realization. I love what you're saying here. It's so true. It's the process, and this is what people don't always want to do, because it is a process. But knowing that the first 4 or 5 times you listen, do it while you're doing something else, right? So it's not really wasted time, right? You could do it anytime, and then you can get into it. I love that. Okay, so it's very important to be doing, listening to activities maybe when you're doing something else. That's okay, right? You don't want to waste time, like I said. Now, my favorite part of this video clip was when I told my student, I reminded her of the expression, time flies, and then a little later, she used that expression. She remembered it. So that's awesome, right? She was able to use something I told her again in the conversation. All right, so when we talk about time flies, it's when time goes by fast. Time flies when you practice with Bekah. Now, wasted time is a little different. When you spend time doing things that aren't useful, you're wasting time. I wasted time preparing for the meeting that got canceled. I prepared and then it never happened, so all that preparation time was wasted. All right, let's look at a little more. We're going to have some sentence review. It's time for you to repeat after me once again. I listen to the recording several times a day. I'm at the gym. I listened to the video twice during my warm-up at the gym. I listened to the videos 2 times. Notice we can say I listened to them twice, or I listened to them 2 times. There's another benefit from listening to videos. Benefit and advantage are the same thing. Before, time passed very slowly. Now when I listen to videos, time passes very quickly. All right, guys, keep practicing repeating these sentences. It's good practice. And private classes are also available. You can send me an email or contact me on WhatsApp. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.